final of the under-21 men's team event between Australia and New Zealand. Representing Australia, Chong, Yusuf Hassan and Rayan Badilajad, and for New Zealand, Ray Zhang, Alex Mikau and Max Henderson. Umpires are Alan Moore and Chong Cheng. Good luck to all players.
All right, the ITTF-Oceania Senior Table Tennis Championships here at the Auckland Table Tennis Association. Matt Hetherington, Shane's still hanging in there.
Hey, Matt.
So we have another straight final for the under-21 men's team event between Australia and New Zealand. It's as we've had for the whole day so far, it's a 5-match singles format. So the first team to win 3 singles matches will take home the Oceania crown. Australia won 3-0 in the under-21 women's team final just about an hour ago over New Zealand. It was 3-0, but a couple of the matches went to 5. Some big chances for New Zealand, so I guess we'll find out if the New Zealand team can make a bit more of a push here in the under-21 men's final. Chulong near from Australia and Ray Zhang playing first. Chulong's a long pips kind of push blocking style. I'm not sure if he has any sponge on the backhand. If it is, it's quite a thin layer, I think. I have a feeling it might be OX though. No sponge.
So that's the green side, is the
yeah,
just the long pips, isn't it? I saw him warming up earlier. Should be interesting to see how this goes.
Yeah, so Ray is kind of darted back and forth across the Tasman over the years. He was born in New Zealand and lived and played in Australia for quite a bit. He's back representing New Zealand. Left-handed pen holder. I think I still remember him learning to play when he was a kid, and his grandfather, who was always playing here in Auckland before, had him on a kind of a wooden platform so he could see above the table. Chulong is kind of one of those players that's right on the fringe of being at that level that the men's team are at. So he's definitely a pretty big contender here in the under-21 event. He's also been playing in the US at sometimes at 888, the club in San Francisco where Juan and Juan Bay have been playing as well. And he's been playing quite a few tournaments. I think he just played a tournament in New York maybe 2 weeks ago. So the Australians are taking over the States.
So he's another young player we have,
Yeah,
17 years old and world ranking of 650.
So we'll see if Ray has any advantage from playing against these players before, because he has played against all of the players on the under-21 team before, but also I was going to say, being left-handed and having the ability to play that kind of safer cross-court angle into the backhand hip side would probably help, but yeah, Chulong's got a pretty powerful forehand as well. That's also, I mean, we talked about how difficult a straight final is, not having really a chance to have any warm-up matches, and playing against this style as your first match is, I would find it a little unsettling.
For sure, and I guess there's no real home advantage for Ray, considering he's based and acclimatised to Sydney conditions.
He gets a lot of speed on the attack with that green long tip side.
He really does. It comes through surprisingly quick. It's quite an unusual style for him to be playing, isn't it? I'm guessing
his racket also looks not round. Is it like octagonal?
It is. It's got some straight edges there.
Yeah.
I'm guessing he looks to receive serve with the green side, unless it's going long, and then get in with his forehand. That's his game style, I'm guessing.
It's the first time I've seen an octagonal racket before. Has even more sides than a side shape. Okay, 7-3 lead here in the first game for Chulong. This is where, like, one of the difficulties that the teams have is when you bring a 4-player team and you go into a straight final, you have to choose your 3-player lineup. And a lot of these teams have pretty even, like, balanced lineups.
Yeah.
Obviously, for this team, Ray's in and Pius is on the bench. You have to kind of decide whether you want that steady, slightly more kind of slow rallying, or whether you want someone explosive like Ray. So for Ray, in order to prove that he was the right player to pick, he's got to really land those bigger attacking shots.
Yeah, and I guess that's the disappointing thing with a 4-player team is one person is not going to play at all because there's only one match for both these teams. So at least they get to play individuals, I guess. Seen Ray throw in a couple of long serves already, like.
Just getting some good offense off both sides. Reverse pendulum backhand as well. It's definitely quite an explosive player. But 4 game points for Team Australia here in this first match of the under-21 men's team final. First game goes to Chulong Nia from Australia.
Ray just got off to a very slow start there, didn't he? So
I think the difficulty for him also is that when he does land those more powerful shots, his recovery is not quite enough. And a lot of the time the ball comes back quite awkward. It either comes back fast from the forehand side or really awkward from the backhand side. So you have to be able to adapt based on which side the ball comes back from. It's a completely different recovery.
Yes, I guess that's the strategy of having that combination racket, isn't it? That it just provides such a variation. And
yeah, not a hugely popular style in the men's game. Definitely seen it really take off in India with the women. There have been a small handful of men's players that have used it, but yeah, you don't see it too often.
Yeah, he seems to be able to do quite a bit with it. I saw one of the returner serves there, he actually dropped it back short.
Yeah.
Whereas I would have normally thought long pips, you just fire it out long and hope it becomes a very awkward receive for the server. Also surprised how quick it comes off the back.
Yeah, there's some pretty dangerous combos in there. And you can see him also flipping it over to receive with the forehand side as well. Great backhand receive from Ray Chong. Yeah, I feel like Ray has to strategize in a way where he can get a bit more of a linear response, perhaps. This is kind of a double-edged sword. It's like if he can force Chulong to play in a more basic way with the long pips, then the power will really help him. Whereas, that's a good example. If he gets the ball that he wants, his power is helpful, but if Chulong keeps playing these kind of strange, kind of more disruptive shots with it, then having that power almost becomes a hindrance.
I guess for Ray, the longer the match goes on, in theory, he should get more used to playing into that pips. While it can give you some awkward receives and some very strange spins, it can be somewhat limiting using the long pip.
Yeah, and if you play against someone who figures out and formulates a good strategy against it, it's really difficult to, you don't have any weapons to fall back on.
That's that, you can't do much, so yeah. I think if I was Ray, I'd be just looking to play quite a lot into it. Even if nothing more, just to get comfortable against the rubber.
Kind of a loose swing there. That just clips the back edge.
Let's go, Ray.
Level here at 6 points each. Well played, Son.
That's nice. That was a great chop block from Chulong there.
That's a big opportunity. That's a good opportunity for him. I mean, that kind of slow float return.
Yeah, I think
Should be putting that away.
Take his time and don't need to be hitting the ball too early in that situation. Top of the bounce.
I don't know, that ball looked like it clipped the net to me, am I? Maybe it's just the foot stomping. I keep seeing the net shake.
Yeah, I have seen that happen before on a slightly unstable floor. The net's shaking. It looks like it's a let serve.
Long fast serve to the forehand. It's a pretty bold move.
It is a bold move. I wonder if it's because Chulong's sometimes twiddling and returning that serve beforehand. I'm not sure, but yeah, if I was going to be serving long, I'd be willing not to go into the backhand.
Oh, big forehand counter.
Yeah. I mean, I think Ray played well that point, but
yeah,
he's doing the right thing there. But Chulong's got a big forehand on him, doesn't he?
Yeah. Flick misses the table. 11-8. Game 2 goes to Chulong there as well. So, good start for Team Australia here in the first match. Ray Chang, he has some answers, but not all of them.
Yeah, I think when that receives coming through from the long pips, Ray really needs to slow down, take his time, not rush at the ball, not go too early.
I almost like to see him just throw in some kind of float backspin serves half long to the backhand and see how the ball comes back.
And that's often the easy ball you get back, right? It's when you load it up with lots of spin that it comes back.
Yeah, and
comes back awkward.
Yeah. And he's just got to be active, really looking for forehand. I would be looking for way more forehands. He's kind of played 50-50, like balanced off backhand and forehand, but against a player that's using long pips, it's going to slow the ball down. It's got to hunt for the forehands.
Yep, I agree. Good float serve there from Chulong.
Easy points straight off the serve.
Yeah, Ray's just not reading the spin. So let's see what he can do on his serve.
See, it's a big difference between him receiving a short ball with that backhand and when the ball goes long.
Yeah.
Good positive points there from Ray. Ray's serve, in my opinion, is kind of like right on the borderline of difficult to call, but I think the serve toss is maybe just acceptable.
Yeah, it's, certainly no high toss serve, is it?
No. There's the backhand attack.
Yeah, I'm amazed.
It's a tough shot to
it,
play.
it really is. He does it well. He does it very well. I think in those situations, Ray almost needs half a step back and just read the ball a little bit better.
Like that. Yeah. Chong taking an extra large lap there around the bench. There comes that big forehand.
That big forehand, it's a nice shot, though.
I haven't seen it come back yet. There it is again. Ray just doesn't quite get enough depth on the backhand, and it's sometimes a little bit high as well.
Yeah, well, Chulong's playing well and looking confident there. He's probably always going to make those shots, isn't he?
Mm. Big forehand counter there from Ray Zhang. The backhand opening's a little more forward.
He's made the last couple of those shots, hasn't he? Whereas at the start of this match, they weren't quite going on. So it's a good sign for Ray. That's a good serve. That's a really good serve into that rubber.
Good decision to cover it with the forehand this time. He's actually sometimes better off playing slow. Like if he has a gap to hit into, he can hit the big forehand, but if there's no gap there, I feel like if he hits fast, he's actually helping Ray out. Bit of a scramble of a point.
Double break.
Big points here for Team New Zealand. And just clean clings onto it.
Well played, Ray.
It wasn't particularly in the best situation in that point, but held on just long enough.
Yeah, I think his serve was good. I like his serve and his third ball, spinning it up. Chulong played well.
Yeah, the longer, faster serves he's been using quite a lot seem to be working okay for him.
I think into the backhand, into the backhand's a good spot to serve those
into
balls.
across that middle third, into the backhand and the elbow. And well, Ray Jung puts a game on the board for New Zealand. Still 2-1 for Chulong. Australia in the lead here. It's the first match of the under-21 men's team final here in Auckland, New Zealand at the 2024 ITTF-Oceania Championships. This is the first day of 4 days of competition. Team events, singles and doubles, and both open men's and women's and under-21 men's and women's. You're definitely right about that, just taking that little extra moment. I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter if he hits the ball a little bit late. As long as he has good spin on the ball and good control. If it's a little late and you're playing against pips, you can kind of afford to slow down a little. Ray Jung's making some late moves here in the match.
Yeah, you can see the first bit of real pressure going on.
He's definitely getting a lot more energy than we got in the under-21 women's final. You know, they had some really close matches, but pretty flat.
A bit more emotion coming in.
Really good timing.
Really seeing Chulong miss a couple of balls that he just hasn't been missing in those first games, and it just comes down to that pressure situation.
Yeah, it's a big forehand opportunity there.
Yeah, you're right.
Especially as a left-hander. Oh, that's a good save.
That's a very good save.
I am quite surprised, given the fact that Ray's left-handed and pen hold, how balanced his backhand and forehand. It's like kind of 50-50, which is interesting.
Yes, traditionally that style of player would be looking to dominate with their forehand all the time, wouldn't they?
Yeah, and it almost makes him kind of hesitant when he does choose to play forehand in the middle. Yeah, so this ball's got to be forehand. There's a timeout call from...
Is it by Ray or by Jafar, the coach?
So I'm assuming it was by Jafar.
Yeah. He's certainly got a lot to say to him, a lot of instructions being given to Ray.
Yeah, Jafar's a very passionate coach and very direct. I think he... certainly is giving a lot of seemingly tactical advice here.
Yeah. Let's see what it does. Let's see if Ray can turn this time out, make this time out work for him.
And this time, Chong flips the racket over for the backhand attack.
Do you think, did he mean to do that, or was he expecting to receive the serve to come in his forehand?
I'm not sure. He looked pretty thrilled with himself, though.
Yeah, he
Can't
did.
blame him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible that he's working in more twiddles just to try and disrupt Ray and just unsettle him.
Yeah.
Yeah, this time that backhand placement really helped the forehand follow-up. 8-4. No movement from Ray since the timeout on points. That's not quite in position for that one.
It's impressive how short he gets that receive using the pip. So. That's good play from Ray.
A bit loose on the serve receive there from Ray.
Looks like Ray's really avoiding playing into the pips. Like he's not comfortable with it. Problem is,
I think that's
Chulong's forehand is so big.
Yeah,
And if he knows it's going there,
yeah.
it's...
And gets that ball back, 11-6. Fourth game, 3-1 for Chulong Ni.
Big chop block.
Yeah, I think you're right. He did kind of shy away from playing into the pips, and pips players are expecting that.
Yep.
They know players don't want to play into their pips and they avoid it. So, you know, when you don't have anywhere to run, if you're not going to play into the pips, you're running into a huge forehand. Then
that's
this is a challenge in itself.
I think targeting that long pips and really trying to get some pressure on it, and the
It
more
did
you
work
play,
for him. It did work for him.
Yeah, and the more you play into it, the more comfortable you get against it, the more confident.
Yeah, definitely some good moments from Ray Zhang, especially the third game was really, really solid effort, but I think just a little bit too late of a start to lose the first two, and then he really stepped a level up in the third. It's like he needed that step up from 0-0 in the first.
From the get-go,
Yeah. So Australia take a 1-0 lead. And the next matchup is between Youssef Hassan and Alex Liu.
Alex also based in Sydney.
Yeah, he's at university over there.
We haven't seen a lot of him here in New Zealand, or I don't think he's played a tournament in New Zealand this year, has he?
No, I don't think so.
So,
apparently him and Ray practice quite a lot together, so... Alex Liu is junior champion in New Zealand in 2022, national under-19 champion. A couple of years ago, he is 19 years old now. This will be a bit of a homecoming for him. So, Liu will start with the serve. Great start from Hassan. Certainly got some good power on both wings.
Alex just drifting back a little bit there after his first block.
I don't think that Yusuf has played outside of Australia before, or he hasn't captured any results before, but he's got some good results at the Australian National Championship. He was bronze in the under-19 boys singles and runner-up in the under-19 boys doubles. Silver in the under-17 boys as well. And quite a lot of silver and bronze medals in under-17 events last year and the TTA Australia Tour events. So certainly capturing some good results in the youth table tennis divisions in Australia.
Yes, and still only 16 years old, he's got a couple more years. But he's still in the youth category.
He's definitely going for the power shots. We've seen today.
One of the best rallies yet.
He had the position for that block, but
Yusuf really controlled the ball well then. He's you could see his intention was to be aggressive, but then didn't quite get the right ball and managed to just hold himself back, control the ball over.
Yeah, he's playing some really nice kind of slow wind up, but good power on the, especially on the backhand.
Yeah, he likes using that backhand banana flick, doesn't he? And then looking to follow up with something strong and positive afterwards.
Alex definitely has to use a bit more speed. Definitely can't afford to play soft and slow.
Just drifting back a bit much, isn't he? In that point. Really takes the pressure off.
Alex Liu battling his way back in here in the first game. A little bit lucky to get away with that one. It was quite high. Just awkward enough to force an error.
I guess the good thing about the receive is he changed it. Most of those receives have been going into Yusuf's backhand. Whereas that one went to the forehand, maybe caught him off guard a bit. Yusuf's a little bit rattled there.
A couple of minutes ago, you wouldn't have expected that.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Alex Liu takes game 1, 12-10. A nice comeback there at the end.
He did well. He battled well, but I do feel he was a bit lucky to get through that game. But it could be quite a turning point in this match.
Yeah, I think definitely in the close to the table exchanges, Alex needs to be a bit faster. Just to, if he gives time to Yusuf, then he's not really in a good spot.
Yeah, a few times it looks like he's got the ball, he's worked the point well, he's got the right ball to go for, but he just still plays quite a slow safety shot rather than going for a bit more power when it's available. I'm interested to see how Alex receives his serve, because the start of that match he was using that banana flick into Yusuf's backhand, and his last couple.
I think Yusuf's back forehand.
Yeah, and the last couple he went into his forehand. They weren't particularly good receives, but it worked, and Yusuf missed them both. He looks very comfortable with Alex slipping into his backhand like that. He's almost waiting for it.
Almost saved it. So Max Henderson's left the bench and is all the way down the back with a jump rope, getting ready for his match. Service error from Alex Liu. What a serve receive. All one-way traffic in game 2 so far.
That's much better. That's what Alex needs to be doing. And he's got the ball, he needs to be coming forward, getting more power.
Good job to get on top of that one.
Again, Alex had the opportunity there to play a stronger backhand, but just happy to keep the ball on the table.
Alex got to realise that New Zealand have to win this match. Just I think they have a fairly reasonable team, but I think if Alex loses this, it's
Yeah, you don't want to go down 2-0 in a team's match.
no.
Best of 5.
Surprised he didn't kind of double down on the aggressive shot there.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the early timing paid off. Must be also, I didn't think about this before, but it must be quite strange for the Auckland players to be here playing with the table in the opposite direction as well.
Yep.
I almost wonder if that's kind of throwing them off a little as well.
Taking away some of that home advantage, maybe. Big point. Oh. Not the best serve from Yusuf, but
No.
got away with it.
Yeah, it wasn't made to pay. So things tied up here. Yusuf, Hassan winning game 2. I think that last transition from Alex was a little slow. Played like 2 fairly solid, reasonable backhands, but then when he switched to forehand, it was quite late. So, all tied up at 1 game each.
It's a crucial match.
A lot of advice coming off both benches.
Yes, it's looking pretty intense over at that New Zealand bench there.
I think one of the things that Jafar was saying before the match as well, he was like, look, the under-21 women's matches were really close. Maybe if they'd been like a little bit more pumped up, it could have made all the difference. He's like, I want to make sure you guys go out there and you're in a really energized state. And I think so far, even though Alex has played some good points, he's not really in that. He's still quite placid, quite calm.
Yeah.
Which is, not always a bad thing, but...
Yeah, it's about knowing what state you play your best table tennis in, right? And, I was surprised with the girls last week at the Nationals in Nelson. They seemed a lot more pumped up. There was a lot more emotion being showing. They were really looked like really wanting to win, really desperate for it. Whereas today I don't know, maybe it's just that bigger stage or
fatigue. You'd hope not, but maybe.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
But seems to be helping Alex step things up here.
Yep.
Umpire Alan Moore calling a fault there. That serve toss was almost non-existent on the reverse serve. And he has faulted him straight away.
Used to asking if he gets a warning. Alan telling him pretty clearly that no, he doesn't.
He did give Nicholas Lum a warning.
Yes.
In the previous match, but maybe being a final as opposed to a group stage match, being more strict in a final, which is not uncommon.
Yes, because it's up to the umpire, isn't it? If the umpire's certain it's a fault, then they're entitled to just straight away call it a fault. If there's a little bit of uncertainty, they might give a warning, but they can only give one warning.
It'll be interesting to see if he shies away from using the reverse pendulum serve, because he has switched to the pendulum, which has a higher toss on it.
Yeah, which is understandable, right? You don't want to risk being faulted again.
Good pick up there against that good judgment from Alex Liu.
A bit of a no spin loop.
8-2 in the lead now. And now we're starting to see Hassan overhitting more.
Yeah, Alex just doesn't follow up after such a good receive. His next ball is too soft.
Clean ace there from Liu. 10-3, 7 game points. He gave him a little look there. Gave him a chance to get back in, but wasn't able to get the timing right. And that slow backhand banana flick pays dividends again. Alex Liu, 11-5, takes a 2-1 lead. Definitely a much more spirited performance than the first couple of games.
For sure, he'll take a lot of confidence into this next game, Alex. But Yusuf looks like quite a fighter. He didn't give up at all there. He's kept his cool.
Definitely saw Alex playing more aggressively, which he'll have to keep up. A big difference between him making those first attacks and making them with confidence. It made a big difference from the first game where we saw Yusuf was the one who was really hitting through the ball quite confidently.
He was really swinging with it, wasn't he? In both wings. Let's see if he uses that reverse serve.
There's a part of me that feels like he won't come back to it. But I don't know if he particularly got a huge advantage from using it, so if he did, I think he would be trying again at least. Yeah, there's a good... It's really about the first ball for him. If he plays a good spinny shot on the first ball, generally he gets a softer block from Alex that he can.
And then he's comfortable. He's quite comfortable after that. Yusuf, If you let him play, he looks very good. Ooh.
Oh, there's that off the
sort of like
second time.
That was
a bit of deja vu.
A long serve from Alex, wasn't it? And it's getting chopped back.
Good first ball. Not able to readjust for the second.
Complaining about a sweat ball, maybe?
And he's showing the umpire. I don't know if the ball really dropped down when he hit it. I think it's more about him being out of position than...
It's a tough situation, isn't it? Because Alex served and then played a third ball. It wasn't until the next shot that Yusuf thinks the ball had some sweat on it. Yeah. That reverse serve.
I think Alex received it quite well. So I don't know if it's particularly that effective for him anyway.
I think you're right. And then with the chance of
had the chance of maybe getting faulted for using it. Brilliant point.
Really good point,
Alex Liu was kind of compounding. Each shot was getting stronger. But
Alex played that point very well, but Yusuf just held his ground, blocked, and then got the right ball and put it away. Again. He'll take a lot of confidence out of those last 2 points.
Not the sort of receive you want to be looking for. There's going to be a timeout.
From
New Zealand.
I think Jafar, the coach, has called that timeout.
Yeah, it's another situation of let's not go to 5 here. You have a 2-1 lead.
Yep.
You know, dig in.
Use the timeout now. Give yourself the best chance to get this game and close out the match.
Yeah, I mean, I think he knows what's needed to win. Again, it's once you start seeing, if you start seeing Alex playing more aggressively, then there's a wave of momentum that comes behind that. Whereas if you start seeing Youssef getting those big attacking shots in, I think Jafar knows it's like that wave's coming.
Yep.
Let's stop it now before it's, you know, 8-3, 9-3.
That's it.
And the game is over.
It definitely feels like that, though. He's played some great points. And then Alex making a mistake on the serve receive. Let's see if this worked.
Bit of added suspense.
Yep.
Yeah. Good drop from Alex. It wasn't the shortest ball, but yeah. Two big serves here for Alex Liu. Sometimes I feel when I watch him, like he either gets a really solid forehand contact or there's just nothing there. Like the difference between those two shots, there's just, it's either a really good quality shot or there's just like some substance like missing from it. It doesn't have that contact bite. He's got to make sure he gets that grip contact every time.
That brush on the ball.
It's a reverse pendulum serve was a bit of a vertical bouncer.
High bouncy one, wasn't it? But
gap closes to within 1. Pressure's mounting Team Australia here. You see how he wanted to go about setting the point up, but he's not able to handle the counter. Yeah, it comes back to what you were saying. There's just a lack of a stronger follow-up. Gets himself well positioned, but
doing well in the point and then lets Youssef back into it.
I think Alex is stronger at the steady parts of the rally, but when it comes to attacking and actually finishing
the
points,
point, Youssef does well,
That could cost him.
Alex played some effective receives long into his forehand earlier on in the match, which he hasn't used for a while.
Solid follow-up. He can now safely forget about the last point. Keep moving forward.
Yeah. I think we can say Jafar's timeout was a good call in hindsight. Definitely served its purpose and got Alex back into the match.
Yeah, solid shots from Alex.
Yeah.
I just wonder if maybe he'll force the other timeout if he wins this point. given how important that point was, it was kind of a risky serve. Just because that shot's been so good for him. Like kind of neutralizing topspin and pace and just hacking into the ball quite early.
Yeah, and dicking it out into Alex's forehand. He's not felt good on those balls, has he? He's had a few into the net.
So we go to 5 here in the second match of the under-21 men's team final between Australia and New Zealand. Australian team are 1 match in the lead. New Zealand really looking to get itself on the board here in the second match. This could really, I feel like this could go either way. Really go either way.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, we definitely had some matches in the under-21 women's where it felt like the Australian players probably had the upper hand going into the 5th. But I think it's a coin flip here.
Yeah. Yusuf still has his timeout, which could that could be worth something.
Alex has the serve to start, so he's definitely going to want to capitalize off both his first 2 serves. Chong just got away with that. Again, first forehand really good, but follow up a little bit on the weak side.
I think Yusuf's receive with his backhand has been more effective than with his forehand.
Solid defending.
Yeah.
Defending and countering. Actually played really well in his favour to slow that ball down. You just see Alex doesn't really have that kind of move into the ball.
Yeah. But also, like, that vocal confidence has been missing as well. There's like a direct correlation between when he started to pump himself up, he started playing much better, and it's just kind of subsided again. Needs to get that back in there. I think that receive from Yusuf is much better than when he's been coming around using his forehand.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, when somebody starts doing that, you have to make them pay. Like, you have to, they're leaving a lot of table space open.
Yep.
It's risky to come across and play that. But I think Alex has not really punished him for doing that.
No.
He doesn't even have to think twice about moving across now. Float serve paying out for Yusuf Hassan. He leads 5-2 here in the 5th as the players switch ends. And I think Alex is going to need a decent run of points here if he wants to keep his hopes alive.
Yep, he needs a big reset there. Get back into this. He's just lost momentum.
A lot of unforced errors in this fifth. It's the last thing you want.
I think maybe that the loop rally at, what was it, 2-all or 3-2?
Yeah, he just hasn't been able to execute on really crucial shots. Of course, Yusuf still has the luxury of having a timeout in the bag if Alex does catch some momentum.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very simple execution there. And you kind of feel in the 5th game of such an important match, you shouldn't be able to get away with winning off such a simple backhand.
Yeah, you're into the match. You're well warmed up. You've got your feel. You've got your rhythm.
Yeah, it just looks quite late on the forehand when he's trying to play more direct. It's not really any weight transfer into the ball. Hassan looking to finish things off with a forehand, but still has 6 more match points here. And he'll take it.
Yeah.
A big win there for Yusuf Hassan. 3-2.
I think Alex will be disappointed with that match. He was really looking good. He was really starting to play well, and he would sort of he would hope that he would just continue playing at least at that level, maybe even better the further the match goes on. But
yeah, the
unfortunately,
first set he just really kind of fizzled out.
Yeah.
I think he would have, if he wanted to win, doing what he was doing wasn't enough. He still had to lift the bar a little bit more, and he kind of went in the opposite direction. And I think Yusuf did a really good job of just steadying.
He was solid,
really solid
the whole way through. Even with the the fault, he got fault served. There was maybe a bit of sweat on the ball at one stage. And he questioned that.
I like that he came back to the reverse serve, just kind of give himself some closure. Even if it didn't work that well, it was still, at least you kind of give yourself that feeling that, okay, I can use this if I need to.
Yeah.
Like I've fixed it enough that it's not going to get
the
faulted.
umpire's happy with it now. So he's pretty happy with himself. And well done.
Yeah, great match.
Yeah.
I think probably the most solid performance of the day so far. I think. So Australia 2-0 now. That was a very important match for New Zealand.
That was crucial.
I mean, this one's going to be a tough one. Max Henderson from New Zealand is definitely going to have to raise the bar against Australia's Ryan Radinajad. Ryan's a player that's also had some pretty solid results in Australia. Don't know if these two have played before. I feel like they might have. I think Max will really have to get himself pumped up. He had quite an up and down New Zealand Open down in Nelson.
He certainly did, and that sort of sums up a lot of Max's matches and tournaments. He can play some excellent table tennis, right? We know he can really turn it on and play some really good table tennis, but unfortunately he still has some sort of unexpected losses and has a tendency to maybe lose his focus, lose his way in matches. Played well in the men's teams final in Nelson, won a crucial match at 3-all. That was a really solid performance, I thought, and a very mature performance from Max.
Well, he's got his work cut out for him here, because New Zealand need to win this match, otherwise they'll be walking with silver.
Yep. He's had a good warm-up. We heard him on the back with the skipping rope going.
It's like a wind turbine back there. Got in some practice with New Zealand men's teammate Dean Shu as well. This is also Max's last year playing under 21. He is 21 years old, turned 21 this year. So I'm sure he'll be looking to create some lasting memories from his final year in this event, under 21 men's.
He's the current New Zealand under 21 champion, isn't he? Singles last year.
Well, current champion would be whoever won last week.
Oh, sorry, that's last week. 2023. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right.
We're not used to going from national straight into another event.
Yeah. I know that was a highlight for Max, getting his first national singles title. So.
Yeah, in 2022, here in Auckland, during the team event, really stepped up and played
a huge event,
played amazing.
Yeah.
Which was nice for us.
That's right.
We got a bit of breathing room.
Yeah.
So we're in that same situation here for Australia and New Zealand, with the pressure of one player trying to finish the match and one player trying to keep his team alive. Whoa! That was a really solid serve receive.
Yep. Came straight back at him.
Dismissed down the line.
Both benches trying to fire their players up here.
Yeah. Nice to see Max's dad's come in for this one as well.
Yeah. He's a great supporter of Max. Travels all around the place watching his games and
had the ball set up, but kind of mistimed that step in.
yeah.
All the players not used to seeing a serve like that anymore.
No. It's a serve from out of the 80s.
Anderson getting some freebies straight off the serve.
Yeah, he does have a large repertoire of serves, Max. He likes to chuck in some odd serves here and there.
Tend to see much shorter points in the first game that the players take the table. Just trying to find their way a little bit. Clips the edge. 8-4 lead for Max Anderson. He does bring like a different level of focus to his matches. receive again.
Yeah. Showing some emotion there.
Five game points in the first for Max Henderson. And gets it straight off the serve. First game.
Yeah, I've seen Max use that serve plenty of times, but that was his main serve in that game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it did sort of change the flow of the game.
Yeah, it's not that it's hard to read, it's a very unsuspecting serve.
That's it.
You
Yeah.
don't give it the credit that it deserves,
Yeah.
and that makes it hard to receive. So yeah, definitely gave Ahmadinejad a lot of trouble there. I think the big difference that we're going to see on the New Zealand side is that Max will dial in from the very first point, and he'll stay dialed in until the last point.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what they need right now.
That's it, right. He's looking very into it, very focused on every ball. Based in Hamilton, studying at Waikato University in
Good old Waikato Uni.
yeah. Comes up to Auckland for training, trains at the Tornado Table Tennis Club.
Starting off where he left off.
Yeah.
We'll see how that affects the serve choice. That's a little bit of a blessing for Ahmadinejad.
Yeah, it just looks like he's trying to come around and maybe look for that serve going a bit long.
Max is usually pretty solid against the half long ball, but he does play a little bit soft into the rally. He's generally not really a big hitter, Max. He's pretty steady, lots of direction changes.
See what Max does with the service here.
Yeah, I think he's going to change it.
Going back to his pendulum.
See both players kind of trying to outwit each other in that point. Bringing in the reverse.
That's enough reserves.
Definitely don't think that's the last we've seen of the old school serve. I think it'll be back.
Yeah, it's definitely coming back, yeah.
It's like the bat signal. When it's needed the most, it'll be back.
Yep. Good receive there. Very good receive. back, let's go. And what's Rayan going to do? Is he going to look to come around and use his forehand?
Confidence is compounding for
Yeah.
Henderson.
That's when he plays his best, right? When he gets up, when he's confident.
Rayan's made some really solid openings and he's been steady, but kind of haven't seen anything too spectacular from him yet. That's nothing that would make you feel like he should be in the hot seat here. He's definitely in it. He's just kind of trailing closely behind. Reads that serve well. Closes to within 1 point.
Yeah, if Max uses that serve, it looks like he's coming around looking for it 15 long, isn't he?
Wow, great serve variation.
Good serve, big point.
Really nice timing there from Rayan. He's definitely looking for that backhand serve, getting the forehand counter angle. 8 points each here.
Later, come on, timing.
Pretty bold serve return there from Dinajad. Can't fault him for going for that one, honestly, but
yeah,
just a little over the end. Max Henderson 2 points away from doubling down on his lead. And he does. 11 points to 8. Max Henderson takes a 2-0 lead here in this third match. Australia with a 2-0 lead in the overall team match. So Max Henderson is doing what's needed for the New Zealand team here.
Yeah, I think his serve variation has been a big part of this match. Just for the advantage it's given him, but also it just seems to have kept Rayan on his toes and mixed it up enough that he doesn't feel completely comfortable in the match.
I think Max has to be careful at the same time though, because when you kind of watch that second game and you really feel like Max is in almost total control from how you view it from the sideline. But then when you look at the score lines, actually right up until the end, it's really much more even than you would expect it to be.
Yeah.
So I feel like a couple of small changes here and there for Rayan could be the difference between him winning or losing games.
Rayan's gone back to his forehand serve after using his backhand serve for a lot of that second game. I think it's a good choice to go back to this forehand serve.
And one of the main things for Rayan is he makes some really good shots, but he gets pushed out of position on the next ball. It's kind of similar to what we saw with Alex Liu. There's no follow-up.
Yeah.
4-0 lead here for Max Henderson.
Timeout called by the Australian coach.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like it's actually a little bit late. I feel, with Max having a 2-0 lead, maybe at 3, you would even try and kind of call early, but I don't really see Rayan in an attacking position. Max is actually playing well enough to kind of nullify any attack. I think, the serve and receive are definitely in favour of the New Zealand player.
Let's see if Rayan can get back into this match.
So, after the timeout, Rayan gets on the board.
Does that mean it was a successful timeout then?
It really depends how you measure success.
That's right. Oh, another good serve.
The old retro. It has paid out phenomenally for Max during this match. I think right now Max is definitely at the top of the runnings for New Zealand Player of the Day.
That's right.
We've seen some very close matches lost by the New Zealand team, but this is a serious performance. Eight 2 here in the lead. Clips the net, but nobody was home anyway. Yeah, you can see there's just no confidence to attack from Rayan. The opportunities are there, but...
Yep, and that's where that variation in Max's serve is just unsettled and lost his confidence, I feel.
And 7 match points for Max Henderson. And he gets the first one. Max Henderson, 3 games to 0.
New Zealand on the board.
Yep, New Zealand on the board. Been through several matches featuring New Zealand so far in the tournament, but that's definitely the standout performance. Really, really convincing. Very clear-cut games as well. They weren't, especially that one, that last one, not a close tie. So we'll see if some notes are passed down to the rest of the New Zealand team.
So that takes it to 2-1 for us.
Yeah.
2-1 to Australia.
Yep, Australia's still 2-1 in the lead. Alex Liu's going to come back out. He's going to play Chulong, so it's a tough hill to climb for New Zealand here. The fifth match is between Ray and Youssef, so honestly I think Ray and Youssef is a pretty even potential match, so you have to think if Alex Liu can do some damage here against Chulong, then maybe there's a window of opportunity for New Zealand. But again, comes back to that question of whether Alex Liu can raise the bar enough. I think the pressure really got to him in the last match.
Yeah. Guess he's seen how Chulong plays. He's seen his style. He may well be going into this match with some ideas about how to play the long pimples. He may well have played against them in Australia, being based over there.
Yeah, it's possible, but I think Alex is quite fresh to Australia, and Chulong's in the US a lot more now, so he might have missed his timing.
Yeah, right. Chulong winding up that big forehand in the warm-up.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting match. You almost wonder, I think when Ray played against him in the first game, the power was quite a big factor for him. So it's going to be interesting to see. I don't know if Alex can hit through Chulong. So yeah, the tactical side is going to be really important.
Yeah.
Long.
That big forehand from Chulong.
I think Alex definitely needed to loop that long ball instead of kind of floating it back on. No room for safety shots here.
Yeah, well, Chulong just looks so comfortable, doesn't he? If he can get a chop block in, and then if you push the next one, he's just coming in all day and hitting big forehands. So.
Oh, that's difficult. Almost had to wonder if he even had space to get that ball down the line.
You might be right, Matt. That might be the way to go.
Yeah, I think just going for that slower spin control.
Yeah, that second loop. That short receive with the pimples is very effective.
Every time I say that, I feel like the next time I see you playing, you're going to have it on your backhand.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
Oh, it's just really difficult to deal with. It's not necessarily the spin, but it's like that quick downwards force.
Surprisingly fast.
Mixing things up. Definitely gave himself the chance at a big forehand there, but Alex has got to put enough pressure on him that his forehand errors start to creep in. That's great placement. Spinny ball at the elbow. That's perfect.
That's good play, yeah.
I guess we're going to see now what happens if a player really focuses on trying to target the backhand and just work at those long pips.
That's good.
That's just too easy to deal with.
Yeah, he doesn't miss those, does he?
I mean, that's actually the backhand receive that you want to get in order to kind of attack the next ball, because it's just plain. It's like you know what's on the ball.
Yeah.
This one, on the other hand, is like more difficult to deal with.
Yeah, that's the one that's giving some funny spin.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Alex's serving was. It looks like he's really trying to put a lot of spin on his serves, like
into the backhand as well.
Yeah. I'm surprised he's not just serving like some floats or just nothing serves, so that he gets a nothing receive back. There's not a lot Chulong can do with the pimples.
That's just a tough ball to deal with. He doesn't do that very often, but when he does, it works.
Yeah.
He always has that triumphant look on his face too. These are the most important points, and
that's when he seems to do something a bit different, isn't it?
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
It's clever play.
Almost wonder if he'd risk stepping round if it comes back long this time. Sticks to his guns. What a backhand.
Wow, that was a backhand.
11-9. Pretty close first game. There's definitely some strategy kind of bubbling away there in this match.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the challenge for Alex is if he plays topspin and the ball comes backspin, he can't push the next ball.
No, because he's...
Every long pips player is just fixed and is cemented in their brain of, okay, if this happens, I step around and I play forehand.
Yeah.
Or I kill the next ball with my backhand. So
he
he really
needs
needs
to be prepared to play a couple of...
Yeah, he's got to move away from those very textbook strategies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's just that forehand's...
I mean, the ultimate is you get around on your forehand and just grind the ball at the ceiling, and
Like that.
And look what happens.
Yeah,
It's a horrible ball for Chong to deal with.
it is. It is.
You know, he can't block it with his pips because it's
Alex
kind of
needs to
dying
be-
already.
Yeah,
And he can't counter it. And you know, the thing is, Alex is good at that shot. It's actually one of his strongest shots, is just getting up the back of the ball and just
getting it on.
grinding
yeah.
the ball on. Oh, that was dangerously close.
When he does it, I think he needs to get up close to the table. When he plays one loop and then Chulong's using his pips, Alex needs to be coming up to the table so he gives himself a chance to play that next loop.
I think one of the kind of underrated skills in table tennis is when somebody plays a ball that's kind of forced down at you, or it's really heavy backspin, if they play it quick, you can actually borrow the speed if you play earlier. A lot of people kind of chicken out and they're like, oh, I have to play this late. But actually, if you play into it earlier, you can just borrow the speed.
Yeah.
So this is it's leaving this way too late. He got duped on that one. He's well aware of that.
He did.
I mean, the other thing is, if Alex does come in and play that long push drop shot, he knows that it's going to get attacked.
Yeah.
So he's not really covering the table ready for it. Yeah, that's a good setup as well. Bit of top spin kick into the pips and follow up the next ball. Slew closing the gap.
Yeah. 7-3 back to 7-6.
Yeah, he kind of paid for that decision a bit, I think. He was in such a good position in that rally while he was attacking. Yeah, really good point.
Good point, yeah.
Much better cover on the next ball from Alex after he made that push return.
Yeah, it was. Alex played it really well, but
Yeah.
Chulong's just so comfortable in those situations, isn't he?
I almost thought he was going to get that back on. Alex Slew trails by 1. Oh, not the time to be dumping the serve in the net.
No.
Towel break after it. Yeah, that wide angle's played so well for him. I think that's something he kind of took away from Youssef's match with Alex Slew. There it is again.
Good play, Chulong. Really good.
11-9. Second game for Chulong net. Last couple of points really well formulated.
Yeah. He really looks to change it up, doesn't he? When even, I mean, I know that backhand serve went straight in the net, but just the fact that he's looking to do something a little bit different when it gets to the end of the match.
Yeah.
And whether it be twiddle and return the serve or use a different serve himself. It's a good strategy.
Yeah, he managed to hold his nerve after missing his own serve. It wasn't the best timing for him. But he's played pretty well.
Pretty hard to stop him from here, I think.
I think the style matchup is just not particularly in favour for Alex. The main reason is he just isn't willing to attack that some of those long pip chop blocks. I think, you know, when he's kind of floated the ball back on or played like a safety chop or push, his success rate in those points is so low, and he hasn't really changed it. That's what he needs to do.
Yeah.
Even if the ball's low, he's still
got to keep going.
Yeah, either go for the power or go for that kind of slow, slimy
breezy,
forehand loop. Again, when he does make that chop, get in. Get in and get on the table.
Get up closer,
Yeah. There's really no pressure on Chulong to make that next ball. Even if he makes it slow, Alex is backed off the table. Sails long, 5-2 for Chulong. Just a lot of really good variation from the Australian player. There's the twiddle and twiddle back.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good enough to win a point. It doesn't feel like it should be, but it is. That's a risky but effective play there. I really don't think that Alex Liu was expecting that return to be that high and slow. And looking like a bit of a blowout here in the third set. And Chulong Ni, really solid effort to get both of his singles wins. Australia winning this under-21 men's team final 3-1. So Australia will take the gold in the men's and women's for under-21 here at the 2024 ITTF-Oceania Championships. Me and Shane are going to take another little break here. The next match is in around half an hour. It's the women's team final, also between Australia and New Zealand. And
we'll see you then.
That's in.
We'll be back at 7 o'clock with the women's team final on table 1. Make sure you hit
Okay, see you. I'll do it.
What are you doing?
See you in terms of